Well, hello people, so yeah, Peter here, and we're back down in the old man shed. Okay, it's what is it, 27th of May, is it? Yeah, 27th of May, so it's the bank holiday Monday. It's 20 odd degrees, and it's half past, we're coming up to 2:45 in the afternoon, and that there, I've got the door shut. It's yeah, bank holiday weather, because we're about to have, well, it's raining now. I can feel it on my arm if I open the door. Yeah, it started to rain. It was a nice morning, but now it's started to rain. bank holiday weather, innit? Oh dear. So guys, this video, now straight away I have to apologise. I haven't been doing much videoing because life's got in the way. The weather's been so bad that it's only in the last week or so that I've been able to start doing the garden, you know, all the sort of thing as a house owner you have to do. So the garden is a bit neat and tidy now, with new plants planted and one thing and another. I've been getting down into the mansion, but I just haven't been making the videos. So I'm sorry about that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a video now, which will involve a lot of moving stuff around. I'm going to get out all my locos and stick them on the layout. Not have them running, but so you meet the fleet, basically. Okay, so we're going to have a look at all the locos I've got. Just, you know, hopefully you might be keen there. Someone did ask me once, he said, you know, you seem to have a lot of stock, you know. So not the, you know, not the rolling stock as such, we're looking at the locos. That might keep you busy for a few minutes. Otherwise, what else is there? Oh, t-shirt. I've been buying t-shirts, there you go. Class 56 t-shirt, yeah. And I've got a one in class 37 as well. Lovely. Oh dear. So yeah, I thought, wow, well, what else? I've been out. Torridon Road has been out again. Okay, just a little bit of local interest. You know, where I am living off of Torridon Road, there's something of historical interest in the area. And so I've done a video of that. And funny enough, where it all ends up ties in with the video that I made a while back on one of my first outs, which was going to the Grove Park sidings. So where I end up in this next video ties in nicely with the Grove Park sidings, all right, because of the area that I'm in. All right, so I'm putting that on. Otherwise, what else? Now the other weekend, oh yeah, no, Class 60. If you remember, I did a video called Pimping Up My Class 60s, because I bought the Illuminated Models engine room lights and I bought the Richard Road and Rails cab lights. And then I've got two Class 60s, both with TTS chips, and there is a function, a spare auxiliary function on the TTS chip, that on one was successful and the cab lights can be turned on and off. On the other one, there's a fault on the chip, and the cab light is constantly on. You can't turn it off. You know, when you press the function, it comes on brighter, but you can't actually turn it off. When you go to turn it off, it still stays on dim. So there's a short somewhere or other, and it's on the decoder. It's not on the loco itself. And the reason why I know that is because I've now fixed it. But I've not fixed it by fixing the decoder. If you, on the last video, I've shown you that I've bought a Class 08 in this Lorem livery, together with some coaches in the same livery. And I said at the time I was umming and ahhing to get the 08, but then it wouldn't have sound, and if I wanted to run that with sound in it, I would need to nick the chip from the other two 08s that I've got, one of those, and then just have that not running. And then I found in my boxes, I was going through my boxes, and I've got a box full of old decoder boxes from, you know, obviously where I've bought decoders in the past. There's always something in might be it a speaker or something or other that you don't use, but I don't throw away, I store them back. And in that box, if you remember, I said I found an unopened Class 08 TTS decoder, brand new. And I thought, oh, that gives me the excuse to buy the 08. Always looking for an excuse. And then also I said I found there was a Class 60 there as well. And you can't buy them for love nor money now, because they don't exist, do they? Because they're a new range of decoders. But you know, I thought to myself, oh well. And the other day I suddenly thought to myself, well, I've got an unused Class 60 there. And I've got one up, you know, that hasn't got a cab light working because there's a fault with the chip. And the chip is perfectly, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I've had it for years, and I've been running the Class 60 with no problems at all with sound and with lights and everything. It's just on the auxiliary function there's a fault when if you you know, solder up to it and want to use it. So yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it, but so I thought to myself, oh well, there's a Class 60. Let's open that packet as well. Done all the business, and the result is that as you'll see, I've got the Class 60 working as well. So it is the chip. I don't know what was wrong with it, but I've obviously saved the chip. It can go back in there now and be used in emergency, because as I said, it always worked as regards just running the loco normally with lights and sound. Just this auxiliary function has got a problem on it. But the new one that I put in there did exactly the same as with the other one, and it's all working fine. So yeah, now got the lights on the other Class 60, and I'll show you that in a second. Now, I put the driver in there, because once you put the cab light on, it showed up the fact I had a bit of a manky driver in there. But it's now got an upgraded driver in there now. And one of the things why the driver is upgraded, and I repaint the old Bachmann, I think they're Class 66 drivers, okay? In the past with me Bachmanns, where I've bought people from West Hill Wagon Works or Model, you know, Model for You, or whatever it is, you know, Model U, and use their drivers and figures. I didn't throw the Bachmann figures away. Instead, I've you know, repainted them. And one of the things I got when my wife was away last weekend, and I had to drive down towards Brighton to drop her off at her sister's, so that then her and her sister went off and put the world to rights in some sort of hotel somewhere along the south coast there. So she was away for the weekend, and I was down in the area, and rather than drive straight back to London after dropping them off, I thought to myself, oh, you know, Gauge Master, because Arundel is not far away from where I was, and I thought to myself, that's where the Gauge Master premises is, isn't it? So only took half an hour to drive to Gauge Master, and oh, you know, I was in heaven, wasn't I? I mean, pucker model shop at the end of the day, isn't it? So they had got everything, Continental stuff, scale, you know, if you're into models, you know, the Vanguards, you know, cars and things like that, you know, everything I'm into. Oh yes, I was in heaven. I was looking around, but I was a good boy. There was nothing actually needed as regards rolling stock or anything like that, but I did require bits and pieces like the glues, so I got myself glues and whatever. And then obviously I was looking at paints, got some paints, and then in amongst they've got all the different ranges of paints and things. But on the Revell paint stand, these little bad boys, all right. I don't know if the camera will pick up how day glow they are. I mean, that's what they are. They are the day glow colours, you know, the orange and the red. All right. So of course this is I thought to myself. And I must admit, when you look at the can lids, they really look so vivid. I thought to myself, can I use that to do the high-vis jackets on the little figures and everything? Because that's what I've been after, because I've been getting away using some sort of oranges and tried to lighten them. So I've been successful, but this is the pucker day glow stuff. And I'm happy to report that I've repainted my figures using these. And I'll show you the result, because it's worked out absolutely fantastic, all right? So they're the little figures that you find in the Bachmann models that I've repainted after I've replaced them with other ones. But that's it, guys. So apologies for not having lots of running clips. I've got literally just a couple of minutes of running clips that I probably will just stick on. It involves the 56 and the 60 and the 08 shunter and everything. But yeah, so I'm sorry, not really running clips because life got in the way, so I've got to get round to starting filming again. But there, okay, so let's get on with that then. So this little article about local history in my area, and obviously a Meet the Fleet video, okay? So first of all I'll show you the Class 60, and I'll show you my little figure, now he's got his proper day glow high vis on. Okay people, so that's it. Hope you enjoy it. And yeah, you lot stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. So right, but until then, it's bye bye from Torridon Road. All right, guys, bye bye for now. Bye. Oh, so, guys, something I forgot to do, and Alan at Dragon, my good friend Alan at Dragon Junction Mark 2 had done it on his last video. This is a big shout out for Dave's Trains. Okay, now Dave's got, I think he's got a new layout by the looks of it. And he might have even moved his location from where he was down in the shed, because he was another shed man like myself. But he got on to me, sort of said, "Oh, can you do us a favour, Pete? If let people know that I'm back making videos again now, just in case they've." Because he hadn't been active for a little while, might have deleted his channel. But yeah, no, he's back. It looks like he's got himself a nice little layout. I don't know, So and Dave is the man with his Backman gang. He was the one that I guess was the first to have little scenarios with the little Backman figures moving around on the layout and everything that. I tried to emulate badly once, but never again, because Dave was the master of doing that. So yeah, so he's back. So big shout out to Dave's Trains. Okay, he's back with a new layout in a new location, and but still there, with his mastery of filming and music. So have a little looky. Okay, Dave. So yeah, all right. So hopefully that's addressed, because I nearly forgot to do it, but I said I would do it. Bye. Okay, so bye again. Right, so here you go. So here's the other class 60 now. So without the lights on, and now turn the lights on, which is all properly working auxiliary function. There we are. Cab lights on, lovely, and of course obviously the lights come on. So that's now sorted. Okay, so a new driver's been put in there now, much better than the manky one that I had in there before. He's been painted up with the new paints that I got from Gauge Master shop the other week. And now let's have a look at other little figures. So they're the types of figures that I've got all painted up. I guess these were from West Hill Wagon Works. So that's the sort of thing I was looking for my drivers and everything, the colours, but I didn't know what they got. And now this is what I got. So this is what I've come up with then. There's the two paints in the background. I'd use the one on the left. That there is the little class 66 driver that came out of a Backman loco. That obviously didn't start out looking like that. It was basically all blue, wearing a peaked hat for some reason or other. But now, thanks to those paints, that's what he's now looking at. So I'm quite happily sticking in my locos now, because he's bang up to date with the correct high vis colour. So very pleased about that. Right, let's get the show on the road. So very beginning of the class diesels, we have the 308s that I've got. Alright, so that's the start now. And if you can hear the sound of rain hitting cans in the background, it's because it's absolutely pouring down the rain whilst I'm filming this. But nevertheless. Right, so there was the start. So in class classification, my lowest class that I've got starts with a D8s, 08s. Okay, next on the class classifications is the class 20. I've got two, there we are, by Backman. And the 08s before were all Hornbys. Right, okay, so that's the 20. Class 33s, two of those. And they of course are made by Helgen. Alright, so that's the 33s. Okay, so the 37s now. The three in the front are by the Curascal. Everyone else is the Backman 37. Alright, not the new one, the old mould in 37. This one here, the sound file is of the Rushton. And you can see by the one exhaust, Backman moulded it to mimic the Rushton engine when she was created. So that's one of the special class 37s that had the experimental engines fitted. So that was fitted with the Rushton. They didn't go with the Rushton in the end. They went with this one down to the end here, which I've modified. This is a heavily modified Backman, and this represents the Merleys Pioneer. So this is how she's looking on the tracks today. So again, different sound file, This one needed a lot of work. We talk about renumbering, etched nameplates, transfers down the side for Europhoenix, cutting the roof to put this photo etched moulding in, you know, which I had to make up to put into the roof because that's how she is. But otherwise, yeah, so everything else, as I say, 3 in the front of the Acura scale, all the rest are Bachmanns. Quite a few rail operators groups, large loco one which is quite lovely. But that's the 37s. Okay, 37s now to 147. Alright, this is the new Bachmann casting, but it wasn't the deluxe version, it was DCC ready. A bargain from Rails of Sheffield, and then I bought the sound file to put in. So very, very happy with that. Lovely performer. Alright, so just a 147 from Bachmann. Right, one Class 56, which is obviously the new Cavalex version. Absolutely fantastic performing loco. Been over the moon with that. So there we are. So just a 156 by Cavalex. Class 59 now. Obviously looks very similar to the 66. But this is the Dapol Class 59. Excellent performer as well. Great sound file. Really nice loco. Not fitted with the smoke unit. But yeah, nice loco anyway. So there we are, 59 by Dapol. Okay, so the Class 60, and we have the 2 of them by Hornby, and both been pimped up now with engine room lights and cab lights. Okay, so 2 Class 60s by Hornby. And incidentally guys, I made a mistake. The Class 47, that one there from Rails of Sheffield in the rail operators group, I didn't buy it DCC ready, I did buy it sound fitted from Rails of Sheffield, but it wasn't the deluxe version. But I didn't put the sound in that, that came from Bachmann with the sound fitted. Very good. Okay, so just to clarify that, I said I bought it DCC ready. No, made a mistake, it was sound fitted. But that's not the deluxe version. Okay. Right, okay, so now to Class 66. And I had a struggle getting all this lot onto the layout because there's 16 of them. Alright, yeah, I've got a problem obviously. We, you know, double up on some liveries. You know, Rail Freight and EWS, and so that one's up there, right? So if you can see a loco in the shed, that's not the 66, that's the 59s. But these are the 66s, okay? All sound fitted. Bachmann, apart from the 6 that are in the front. And I'll go through the front, I'll show you them now. So this one is the Hattons 66. Same with that one. It's Hattons, 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 and Hattons, all working perfectly well. After that, we got the Bachmann special liveries. This was an exclusive to Rails of Sheffield. This one was an exclusive to Locomotion, you know, the Evening Star, but it's in the super gloss finish. But as you can sort of see, this is why I wasn't in a hurry, because I got 6 Hattons ones all working perfectly. I wasn't in any hurry to have to buy the new Acura scale 66s. I don't need to. These are working absolutely fantastic. And as you see there, I'm doubling up on liveries anyway. So DB Schenker. You've got Rail Freight there. You've got Rail Freight over there. GBRF here. GBRF there. So, you know, so if I was, you know, the Acura scale, they'd come up with the same liveries apart from Evening Star. And I already have Evening Star. Alright, so yeah, large logo, British Rail. And obviously that one there, which is the C-Mex. So they're the special liveries. And obviously Maritime, but that is the Rails of Sheffield exclusive, and it's a Bachmann. But yeah, I've got yeah, 16 of them. All sound fitted. Alright, some are put away, some I do run out quite regularly. But more often than not, always have a Hatton 66 running around because it is such a performance model. I've never had any issues with them. Yeah, obviously when I first got them I had to work on them, but ever since then no problems with the axle boxes. You know, no bits with pieces falling off because I made sure I glued them, which, you know, obviously you wasn't supposed to do. You shouldn't have to have done that when buying something brand new, but that was the fact with the Hattons. That's the way it were. Never mind. Right, that's the 66s then. Wow. Took me quite a while to get that lot on there, I can tell you. I haven't got power to the track, so if I derailed any, I didn't cause any issues. Right, I've got to put these away now, blimey. Right, getting there now with normal numbers now. The Class 67. We have two of those, and of course these are by Hornby. Both fitted with TTS decoders. Excellent locomotive from Hornby, as is the Class 60 from Hornby. These are sort of like, you know, the more up-to-date locos, I guess, because you can get the 67, you know, I guess a railroad version, but no, these are the all-wheel pickup, all-wheel drive, very heavy monsters. They're so heavy for what their size, unbelievable. But yeah, so two 67s from Hornby, TTS decoder fitted. Okay, getting there now, folks. 4 Class 68s, which of course are by Dapol. Okay, the 2 in the Transpennine Express livery and 2 DRS liveries. Okay, so that's it. So we're going in long, aren't we? So we've had the 67, now the 68. What comes next? Let's have a look. Here we are then, the last of them, guys. You'll be pleased to know we only have the one in Class 70, which is obviously Bachmann. Again, sound fitted. Absolutely cracking loco, and wow, was I impressed when I saw the real thing at Eastleigh the other week. Wow. So yeah, well that's it, guys. So that's the lot. So hope you enjoyed. Oh my god, it's taken me forever getting all these out their boxes and onto the track somehow. But there we are. Alright, hope you enjoyed it. Right guys, so this out trip, it's something of interest in my local area where I live. It involves going to Sandhurst Road Junior School. Incidentally, that was the first school my daughter went to when she was young. So it's very local to us. And then I'm going to tell you something about what happened, why it's of historical interest in this area, and I just happen to be living round the corner from it. So here we are again, guys, Torridon Road, outside St Andrew's Church. Okay, so we're on the junction here of Sandhurst Road and now Gowan, and this is what we're coming to have a look at. This is Sandhurst School. Okay, so this is obviously the railings that goes outside the school as we're walking down Sandhurst Road, and right at the very bottom, the trees that you see in the distance, that is off Verdant Lane, and then on the other side of the trees is the Grove Park sidings, alright, which is where I did a video a few videos back. Okay, so that's how close it is to me. Alright, so along this road, Sandhurst Road, Verdant Lane at the bottom, which leads up to Hither Green Cemetery, which, as you know, is alongside the sidings. So there we are. But we come here to have a look at the school that's on the other side of this green fence, and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, so here we are, Sandhurst Primary School. Okay, now it's a bank holiday Monday, so there's no kids. Alright, so I'm happily filming this. This was my daughter's first school, and she went in there, but this has got a history, this school. You can see the building on the left hand side is quite a modern construction, I guess. But now there's a tree in the way. I'm going to see, and I'm filming through railings, so I do apologise. Maybe if I can get the camera through. There we go. Now can you see just about through the tree that side is an older construction, well old, okay? And there's a reason why there's the two differences in the building style, okay? So that's a modern addition, and that's the old original. But why? Now this is the best shot I can do of the old side of the school because the willow trees are in the way. But this is the old part of the school down this side. Okay. And then I'll probably find a black and white picture of it, I guess. Right, okay, we come round the back side of the school. So it's the back entrance, and this clearly shows the demarcation between the modern and the old. Okay, that's about as best I can actually do because of all the railings and things like that and security and whatever. Okay, there you can clearly see that's a new addition and that's the old original school. Right, so I'm going to read you from a script off the computer, so bear with me. Now, what is it? So it's the day the Luftwaffe bombed Sandhurst Road Junior School. Okay, so that tells you everything. I'll give you a little rundown of this, and I'm going to put some pictures on as well. So 12:30 Wednesday 20th of January 1943, Sandhurst Road School, Minard Road, was packed with children when a German aircraft dropped a 500 kilogram bomb, which is 1,100 pounds worth of high explosive, killing 30 children and 6 members of staff. 6 more children later died in hospital. 60 people, children and staff, were seriously injured, and many were buried for several hours under the rubble. Okay, so this is it. You know, it's a bombing of a school. Now, something of interest further on. It says that the German attack was part of a raid by 28 Focke-Wulf 109s. They were fighter bombers escorted by Messerschmitt Bf 109s from an airfield in occupied France. They said that it is debated whether he deliberately targeted the school, but 2 children said that the pilot waved to them before he bombed, because what he did, he flew over first of all, then turned round, came back to drop the bomb. So, you know, it is one of those, you know, they definitely say it's an atrocity. He claimed he thought it was a factory because it's a big building. And when you see on the film, and I'll show you, you know, we're not a million miles away from the Grove Park sidings and Hither Green, so we're not far away from railway lines and things like that here in southeast London. So, yeah, I'm just surprised that that the Focke-Wulf flew over. I didn't realise they reached London. I thought there was a, you know, I know they're a fighter bomber, but I didn't realise they actually came over themselves. So, you know, when you think of being bombed in London, you're always thinking of, you know, the German Luftwaffe bombers from the Blitz and all that. But no, evidently, you know, these single-engine aircraft, they couldn't have had much fuel to be over here. You know, they must have just about made it over, come up to London and then do what they got to do and then go back. So yeah, so that's what this is about. All right, I mean, I just happen to be living in the area. You know, it's just that historical little link, the fact that it's right round the corner for me. It was my daughter's first junior school, and yet, you know, tragically it's got that link to the past. But then, because we go to Hither Green Cemetery to see where they all are, that is where it again links back to the Grove Park carriage, you know, the sidings that we went to in the video, in my first out video. Okay, so there we are, guys. Yeah, not everybody's got that sort of bit of local history, thankfully, but there we are. So it was you know, looked upon as being a, you know, an atrocity at the time, because they definitely convinced that he knew it was a school that he was bombing. But there you go. All right. Right. Sorry, I'll come back on to say that as well as the film clips of being out, I'll put some stills, you know, showing you the school, what happened, this, that, and the other. It's remembered to this day in the actual school itself, because there is a stained glass window in the main entrance, which I'll put a picture up. You'll see that. And also in the corner of the playground there is a little memorial garden. Okay, so, and I think once a year the school, you know, they remember, and obviously when it comes to a big year event, they have a big thing when we go to the cemetery. All right, so yeah, just put that on. All right, guys, so that's it. All right. Okay, so give you an idea where we are. Evergreen Cemetery obviously, but there in the distance on the horizon there, that's the Grove Park sidings that I did a video about. And if I carry on panning to the right, I think, yeah, you will see the footbridge that I went over. So that's where the railway line is, all behind those trees there, okay? But what we come here today to see is this. So this is, I'm very pleased to be able to say, a well-kept memorial garden. This is where the teachers and the children of the tragedy, you know, this is their mass grave. And yeah, very happy to see that it's still quite tidy. It did have, it's going to try and sort of get up close, because on the very edges you can still see just about the names of the children and teachers. But I think back in the day, and I could be wrong, but I thought they had actual metal plates, you know, with the details, but I'm not sure. However, there, and I don't know if it's readable, zoom in a little bit, there's the actual plaque. So there, 6 teachers, 38 children. So there we are. But this is, I'm quite chuffed that this is in quite nice condition. They obviously, the council's still looking after it, which is nice. And there's even someone been up to, obviously got a link to put some flowers. But here we are. So this is the mass grave for those poor children and teachers. And there we are. And, okay, that's it for guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy it. I'll catch you later. Bye bye.